Nos vamos acá.
Y
Ahí
para
está,
nombrarle, ¿no le
vivo.
quieres nombrar algo? No, no importa.
Ah, sí.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Title,
¿No importa? Let me edit it.
Dale.
Le voy a llamar Cryptos.
Ya estamos en vivo,
Ok.
We're live. A ver si llegan.
We're live.
Oye, aquí se ve. ¿Cuántos tienen?
Ok. Got it. Voy a borrar esto.
¿Dónde está mi teléfono?
Education. Entertainment. ¿Ya?
Aquí acabemos.
Ah,
Aquí no acabamos.
¿cómo que no?
No.
We don't need a YouTube. I mean, we don't need a...
No.
we don't need-
No, it's not. Ajá, ahí estás bien.
Yeah? Okay. Save?
Save. Ajá.
Boom. All right, let's go.
Este también deberías de compartirlo en...
Oh, yeah, let's go to the
Ahí. Ponle ahí en esa flechita.
share.
Ajá. Ahí para copy. Ajá. Y ponle
En el,
publish en el grupo.
Oops. How do I paste? It didn't copy.
Ahí va. Ponle así nomás.
Join us live.
Luego después, ajá, ponle, ajá, join us.
La music, güey.
Ah, sí. Dijiste que trans, ¿verdad?
Sí, güey. Algo así como ¿cómo se llama? Tipo
¿Te gustan DJs?
progresivo. Progressive.
Progressive trans. Progressive insurance.
Okay, where's the live stream? Where can I
Ah,
see it?
en YouTube.
Where?
Ah, chinga, ¿dónde se fue?
Oh, right here.
Ahí está, sí.
We can close that?
Ajá. Vamos a ver. Ok, ahí está. Le voy a dar aquí compartir. Ok, empiézale, bro.
We don't have any one yet.
Nada más para ver cómo te ves.
Okay, so
No sé, ¿sabes qué? ¿No le puedes poner para compartir aquí? No está, no está
le puedo poner le puedo poner para
en privacy o algo así.
y sí, le voy a cambiar el privacy.
Sí,
No wonder. I need to change that.
sí.
Es que como es private. Oh, it's because it's a private group, ¿no?
Oh, sí, es por eso. Ya, tienes razón. Ya, that's why. Sí, sí.
¿Y qué tal si lo pongo en mi personal Facebook?
Sí, es por eso. Ya. Estamos.
How about if I put it in my personal Facebook?
¿También?
Yeah.
Ya, bien, pues sí.
You should do that too.
Ya. ¿Cómo? A ver. ¿No tiene airdrop? No. Necesito el link. Ahí está.
Ya lo posteé.
Aquí está, es live.
Oh, is that us right
Yeah.
there? Live.
Está. Quién sabe si esta madre tenga copyrights y acá ya nosotros bien.
No hay pedo.
Ok, a ver.
Nada más te la pagan.
Sí, exacto.
Okay, so go to the Phoenix chart.
También habla un poquito de por qué está todo por los suelos, que todos tienen miedo. Ya
Yeah.
los Los hand papers, they're done. Ya se
Yeah.
fueron a la verga. Los
True.
paper hands.
Paper hands. Yeah, so let me open this chart up. How do you open this chart? Just want to make it bigger.
¿Qué onda? Está bien raro Facebook, güey.
Okay, aquí está, yeah, chart. Yeah, this is the way I want it.
Ajá.
There you go. No, no te dejo.
Sí, ya. Ok, ¿qué es lo que quieres hacer?
Yeah. Oops. Oh, I didn't get, the Wi-Fi is slow here.
Oh, a ver, pon mi password.
Okay, so right here you can see, Mickey, we have downward movement. This is on the 30-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart. You can see it's been consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
It's I usually go look at the 1 hour chart.
Mm-hmm. So what's your process? So let's say something like this happens,
Yeah.
where today was like,
Sure.
you know, everything.
Well,
Right?
if you heard the bad news,
Mm-hmm.
for example, when it was at around 46, 47,
Mm-hmm.
right here I was making money. I was getting in trades right here,
Mm-hmm.
bullish. I was getting the green. You see the green candles.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting in here, getting out here, and then I was shorting it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting out like right here. You know when it starts changing.
Uh-huh.
And then you're not always gonna guess it, but you got to look at the trends. But then the news came out of the Feds,
The Feds, uh-huh.
and we saw this dip. So right here I got consolidated. I lost a lot of money
Right
because you didn't really see. Now if I had heard the news, I would have shorted it, and I would have probably still been in the trade. Look, if you were right here, it goes up a little, but you hang in the trade. This is a long trade.
Mm-hmm.
What I recommend is people don't get greedy, just get out. Like even right here,
Sell.
just cash out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you make money. Like right now, I was up like half a Bitcoin,
Uh-huh.
almost half a Bitcoin, like, and then I lost it. So now I transferred more money. I had to go, for example, you go into your assets,
Mm-hmm.
you go to your spot wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and you deposit, for example, crypto.
Mm-hmm. You
Like-
transfer from
Yeah.
your other
So
wallet.
that's your address. You copy it from over here. Like let's say you have wallets. This is my BlockFi.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say, okay, I'm gonna, withdraw,
So that's half a bit.
and I would send. Yeah, that's half a Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you can get loans.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, and this is the interest they pay you on BlockFi, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, Coinbase, they don't pay interest, but they loan you 40% of your Bitcoin as
So-
collateral.
I think it would be good for you to talk about it like more in depth later.
Yeah.
For
sure.
about how certain like brokers like Coinbase or different brokers can lend you money
Oh yeah,
based on
Yeah.
how many bitcoins you have. No?
sure. Coinbase is the number one right now. They just came out with that like 2 months ago about the loans. They could loan you up to $1 million on Bitcoin, but they put 40% of collateral.
Yeah.
So which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right now, I think that's great,
Mhm.
even though they don't pay you interest. BlockFi pays you interest. Voyager pays you interest.
Mm-hmm. And that's just by having.
But BlockFi lends you up to $10,000 only. They don't lend you.
okay.
They don't lend you the.
The million. Like, let's
Yeah,
say.
they don't lend you the. Million.
So Voyager, you make money, you make interest just by having the coins in their exchange, right?
Yes, exactly.
Just by having them there.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't have
do
to stake
anything,
them.
no
You don't have to
them.
stake them or anything. You could just by having in the exchange, which is better than having the money in the bank because.
Or in Coinbase, where it's.
Yeah,
just
Coinbase is just
sitting,
sitting there.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're actually taking a risk that they might actually someone could hack you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
I think that's better. It's better than the bank, but it's not recommended to have it on the exchange.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Go back to the.
So what's your favorite like app to trade in or
Well,
to buy?
So
just to buy.
So
Bitcoin?
trading, for example, this is on Phoenix. This is what I call trading.
Mhm.
Where's the chart?
Where did it go?
Disappeared.
Yeah.
So, but trading is Phoenix. Like when you do short-term trading, that's what I considered. That's what I considered trading.
Okay.
Like if you do short-term trading, these are called derivatives. These are like what do you call it? Leverage trading, where you put some Bitcoin in and then you leverage it. You can see the volume is pretty. It's pretty high now.
Yeah.
Ray Dalio just came out and said that you know, he's the number one hedge fund in the world. He said that you should like keep not 1% but 2% now in Bitcoin. So he's actually moving up. He's a little bullish.
Yeah.
So it's great. You have a lot of guys like
I see.
him, Michael Saylor, billionaires talking about keeping money in Bitcoin. So back then, like in 2017, when I got into crypto, a lot of people used to make fun of me or say, "Oh, it's stupid coin." You had J.P. Morgan, what's his name? The CEO, I forget his name. He would say that if any of his employees had crypto, that he would fire them.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Wow.
So-
Now, what
so
does
na-
he think about it now?
Now I think he's trying to make his own coin. I don't think, or maybe he might have Bitcoin, but you know he's not gonna share it. I'm
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
because no one wants to go back on the
Yeah.
word. But yeah, I think crypto is like, for example, Bitcoin is like what Blockbuster used to be with Netflix. Bitcoin is Netflix, right? So everything that is that was concrete, like for example, vinyl records, 8-tracks, CDs, they're obsolete, right? What is it now? Is digital radio, digital
streaming.
satellite streaming, right? Everything's streaming. So what did they do? They took physical properties and they transferred them into digital. So Bitcoin is digital gold.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask you. So, do you think that Bitcoin will replace gold? when it comes
It's
to-
already happening.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Bitcoin. So the thing about gold is interesting. Gold has been around for 5,000 years, right? And it's been a store of value. But just because something, like Michael Saylor says, just because something that is 5,000 years old, wooden ships used to be 5,000 years old. They don't use wooden ships anymore.
Exacto.
That doesn't mean,
that's right.
just because something is old doesn't mean it's good, right?
Yep.
So there's a way to improve it. You make ships out of steel now, and you know planes are made better now. So you have to innovate and create new technology and grow with it. So Bitcoin is that. It's divisible. It's easily transferable through borders. I mean, you can have $10 trillion of Bitcoin in your hardware and transfer it to any part of the world.
Yeah. You know what? I went to Cabo. So we live in California, right? We went to Mexico. When we were crossing the border to go to Mexico, there were cops asking you pretty much how much cash were you carrying.
Right.
I was like, I don't have any cash with me, but I was carrying crypto, so
Yeah.
there's no way for them to know.
Right. I mean, they can start asking, and that's the thing. Going back to that, I just heard something. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that, because back in 1971, when the Feds actually took the gold off the dollar off the gold standard, you know, that caused a crash. But also, like, I think that they could very well, like right now, I think the dollar's it's being crashed. Like they printed because of COVID $5 trillion. You know, so do they think that we're stupid that we're not gonna see the effects of inflation?
Yeah.
Come on, like the same. Like I think 1/3 of the dollars that are circulating today, they got printed out in the last year or two.
Imagine.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So the dollar in your pocket, if you're saving money, you're losing.
Yeah, it's pretty much like if there was an asteroid that came to Earth with a lot of gold.
It will crash the gold market,
Exactly.
right? Because the world's gold supply fits in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and they keep digging for gold every day. So they're gonna find more and more.
Yeah.
You cannot find more Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a finite supply. That's what makes it also valuable. That it's only 21 trillion Bitcoin that are gonna be mined. And I can explain mining as well. I mean, for a lot of the people that don't understand. So mining, since Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer transaction. For example, I send you, you're in Cabo, and I'll send you Bitcoin. You say, hey, I need some money to buy some swimming shorts.
And you can send $1 million.
Yeah, I could send $1 million, or a Satoshi, which breaks down so Bitcoin price is 41,800 today, right? Mm-hmm. So if I break it down in Satoshi, I can send you a fraction of a Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be one whole Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. You could start investing in Bitcoin, and it could be fraction. It could be like $500, $700. It doesn't have to be a full Bitcoin. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Also, Bitcoin has gone up like every year, almost like 300%. Gold price hasn't done anything in the last 10 years. So there's actually a bullish case for Bitcoin. Yeah, it's very volatile. Like, you got to be able to stomach 30 to 40% drops in weeks or months.
Bro.
Yeah, it's part of it. That's where the term hodling came from. Hold on to dear life, because it is a bumpy road. I mean, I've been in Bitcoin since 2017, and it's been an eternity. I rode it from about 3,500, 5,000. Then it rode up to, I was chasing it. I bought Bitcoin at 10, 17, and then it crashed all the way down to 3. And I was like, okay, time to buy more. Instead of selling and panic selling, no, I decided to buy a little more, and that's what you do. It's called dollar cost averaging. So, like right now, I'm in this long trade where, for example, if I can get this darn.
You want the chart, right?
Yeah, I want the chart back.
How about move this? Move that? Is it this? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. So we care more about the chart. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we see the chart. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Mm-hmm. So you can see it's been kind of holding steady at. We have a lot of support here at 40,500. As long as we don't break that support, we're good. Mm-hmm. Look at this volume here, crazy.
Yeah.
That's where you could see right after the bears came out right after the Fed news. The Fed news was right here, and it just came down. I was actually making money on these. I was shorting it.
Yeah.
I was shorting it because you see the patterns, right? You see the patterns. Look, so every candle represents the 1 hour. So you see green, green, green. 3 hours. So after that, and it hits a peak, you're like, okay, there might be a trend. You might catch it here. You might catch it here or up here at the peak. Obviously, no one's gonna catch it here. But if you could catch it here and roll with that one, that's a good amount of money, especially if you're 10xing it or. Yeah. So the way we're leveraging is like you could use 5x, 10x, whatever you want. I'm actually 10xing it. Yeah. So I'm 10xing it.
What's the limit?
You could do 100x, but yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah, that. Dude, that's super scary, dude. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. But I would recommend, this is only for experienced traders because this is more like, obviously for, yeah. So, I mean, I have 10x leverage, right? So you could see your risk limit is 3.5 Bitcoin out of 100 Bitcoin that you can put. Mm-hmm. So it's leverage. It doesn't mean that I have 3 full Bitcoin in here. I put portion of it and then it leverages. Okay. So I'm down on this trade right now, as you can see. But I actually got in at around, it took me, because when I got wiped out here, I got consolidated. I jumped back in thinking it wasn't going to go lower. The problem, I hadn't heard the news. So I was like, wait a minute, what's happening with my trade? Usually when this happens, a quick correction, I jump back in right here. Because then it goes, woo.
But tell them what the news were.
Yeah, so the news that came out for all those that been under a rock in the last few days, the Feds had announced last week when Jerome Powell and everyone met that they were gonna raise interest rates, or talking about tapering. So what tapering means, basically, it's gonna get complicated. So, like for example, real estate is like tied to these mortgage-backed securities, right? And that's part of the bonds. So what are bonds? Bonds is an IOU. So for example, people that trade bonds, that's actually another topic that I want to talk about. So the people that are in the bonds, they're not really making any money in a low rate environment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're really making nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why a lot of people get into equities or stocks
Mm-hmm.
because there's bigger investment there.
Yeah.
But what happens when rates go up? When the feds raise the rates, the equities crash, like
Yeah.
we're seeing.
Because
It's not just the crypto market; it took down the equities, crypto, everything. Right?
Yeah, exactly. They pretty much want to stop inflation, so they are
Right.
raising interest rates
To slow it down.
to slow it down. So what happens is if a company like was gonna get a loan to buy houses, let's say, or to buy land or anything, it was very cheap, right? Because the interest wasn't that high. But
Right.
now that the Fed is raising the interest rates, it's gonna be more expensive for them to get loans to pay them back, right?
True.
So that's what's happening. So they are pretty much trying for companies to stop investing a little, to stop buying, so they can stop inflation. That's pretty much what happened. So they are also gonna stop printing money for the moment. So that's what brought Bitcoin, to the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's one of the things. They start spreading FUD as well. There's a lot of people spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the news, in the
Yeah.
mainstream media. You hear a lot about that because,
COVID, right? Omicron.
well, no, the FUD. I mean, like people that are against Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like you have some bigger forces, for example, because Bitcoin is a threat to the fiat currency, as we call it. And I mean, how can you trust fiat when they're printing? They got a money printing machine. I can't print more Bitcoin. No one controls it. It's decentralized. So when they say in God we trust, or trust the Fed, or trust the government, how do we trust the government when they can print money at their disposal at anytime they want? That's not.
Yeah.
I can't trust that system.
Yeah. No.
So actually, I prefer a coin or something that has no trust, decentralized. I don't have to trust anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
We trust each other. So Bitcoin is a community where. So going back to the mining, when I send, he's in Cabo and he wants trunks, I can send them a full Bitcoin and say, yeah, I don't know, they're gonna be expensive trunks, but whatever, la peda,
La
you
peda,
wanna-
sí.
whatever you want.
Anything.
So I send you the Bitcoin, and then it goes through several confirmations. That's what's called mining. It goes through like whoever has the biggest hash rate or the fastest computing power is the one who solves a mathematical problem, and then gets a small reward. That's called the mining. So there's already been 19 million Bitcoin that are mined. There's only 2 million to be mined. That's it. And every 4 years, there's what's called a halvening. The Bitcoin rewards get cut in half. Okay?
How much is it right now? 6 points.
So I'm not sure exactly what the Bitcoin reward is. That's a good question.
I think it's
But
like
they get
6.
cut in half.
Yeah.
Okay? So it gets harder and harder to mine. It's in using up more energy. So obviously the price of Bitcoin has to remain high so that we can maintain profitable because Bitcoin's got to remain at a certain price as well for it to be profitable for miners. If not, that can be a problem.
Yeah.
And and I think I'm gonna talk conspiracy here, but Elon Musk is not stupid at all. And this is my theory. I think that Elon Musk. So Michael Saylor, the billionaire from MicroStrategy, he's the guy who convinced Elon Musk to invest in cryptos.
Okay.
So and he has a company called MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
Michael Saylor, he's a great guy. He's a genius. He went to MIT. He's like
He's
into
great.
rocket scientist. Basically, he's a big nerd. Awesome guy. So he basically told Elon Musk to invest in crypto and Bitcoin. Elon Musk went ahead and invested in crypto. And actually, there was one quarter where he actually made more money on some sale of Bitcoin when he first invested it after the first quarter. And he made more money than he did selling cars.
No way.
Yeah. This was when Bitcoin was headed up to
Crazy.
63 at an all-time high. And then what did he do? He said, the only thing I don't like about Bitcoin's no longer going to accept money for Teslas because it's harmful to the environment.
Yeah.
Because China was irresponsibly mining Bitcoin with coal, right?
Yeah.
They were using coal. So what happened, I'm not sure if that was the cause, but China was already cracking down on the Bitcoin miners. That's a big mistake for China, because there's a global currency war right now. Like wars are not being fought by with guns and you know, it might be it's a global currency war. So like Russia, they're no longer accepting dollars in some cases. They're buying more gold, as a matter of fact. And I know U.S. is buying gold. Everyone's buying gold.
Yeah.
China's buying gold. It's no secret. So yeah, it's just who's holding the hard assets, especially in an inflationary, you know,
Market,
it's wise to hold gold, real estate, and I'm going to tell you why real estate. And in a second, it's very interesting. I heard something very interesting yesterday.
Okay.
And there's also cryptos, especially Bitcoin, because of the scarcity supply, the supply of Bitcoin. So these are good things to hold in an inflationary environment.
Yeah.
As a dollar, it's not wise to hold dollars in your pocket.
Not anymore. Well, any fiat.
So I think real estate is one of the ways to for people to hold wealth, especially if you're cash flowing property. And I think the feds are not going to let real estate crash. I think they're going to do everything in their power to, and they manipulate the market too. For example, tapering. Let's talk about tapering. So what does tapering mean? Tapering does not mean, people confuse it with printing dollars. It doesn't mean they're going to print less money. No. What they're saying is by tapering, they're going to cut back on buying some of the bonds, and which bonds is part of it is mortgage-backed securities. So if you're mortgage loan originating and you got a warehouse line and you sell it on the secondary market, you package it up with mortgage-backed securities, right? So what happens in the case where the feds are buying these mortgage-backed securities, they actually raise the competition. So they keep these mortgage-backed securities in how can I say, in demand. But when they start tapering, that means they're gonna cut back on less. I think they were buying like $80 billion a month.
Yeah.
Some crazy number.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. So it's not sustainable. You can't do that forever.
Yeah.
So now they're cutting back because they see inflation, but I think the long-term inflation is here to stay because for business owners and for everything else, our cost is up. So we have to pass that cost up. For example, when we remodel a house, we got to pass that on to the consumer. So they're going to pay a higher price, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think buying a house is wise because house prices are going to continue to keep going up. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, because they're not going to let the housing market crash. That's why I feel better about it.
Yeah.
You know, this is not financial advice, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy more properties. If you could buy a property, even the cash flows, so if the markets do dip and can pay itself, then you don't have to worry about selling the home because you're collecting rents, right? It's paying itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same thing with crypto, as long as the feds keep printing dollars. So I think this is what's going to happen is that because there's no elections going on, they can afford to raise the rates.
Exactly.
And then if the market starts crashing, which we already immediately saw people panic a little.
Exactly. You see? So, yeah, and that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. They want fear on people, so they sell. Exactly. And elections are coming also. So there's no way for us to keep seeing this.
No. We're gonna see this. We're gonna see this now because there's no talks of elections. But as elections get closer, everybody wants to be the hero. And right before elections, we're gonna start seeing the markets rise. We're gonna sell rates, maybe negative rates. Theo Biden.
Yeah, Theo Biden.
And we might see Trump come back, and you know, so whatever. Not to get political, I'm just saying play the markets. If you're smart and you can read the markets and figure it out, I just need Bitcoin to crash to break that 42.5 mark right here. We keep getting a lot of resistance. Actually, wait, 43.5. If we can break this resistance at 42.7 and then break past 43.5, we'll be right back up because there's like really no resistance there. It just kind of flew down. Yeah, this is where you start building resistance when you get that sideways action. That creates long-term resistance. Because like for example, if I move out of the charts, for example, let's get on the monthly chart so you can actually see. Oh, well, that's too big, but let me see if I can spread it out. I do this a lot better on my phone.
Yeah, it's way easier. What if you go like that on the path?
Yeah, let's see. No,
Yeah. Oh.
no, it doesn't really expand it. Yeah, so yeah, forgive me, guys. So let's go to a weekly chart then. So if you see the weekly charts, you can see we're here now. You know, we're so we have resistance here at 28. The last time, remember, people were saying, oh, it's gonna go to 10,000, it's gonna go to 3. No, actually, right here you can see a lot of resistance at 28. Worst case scenario, we'll get a 26, 28. That's my opinion. There's resistance here, there. A lot of sideway action. We're not. That's a wall. That's a brick wall. Even if we get past this one right here, which is, we got to watch this level, the 40,000 level, 39.
But then
It's very important. After that, it's coming down to like 26,
20,
28.
yeah.
I'm not
There's
saying
no
it's gonna
support.
happen. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is support. You need that.
Yeah.
See, just like we get resistance up here at 64, 63, you got 60 something levels. So if it goes back up to this 53 range, 63, I'm selling Bitcoin. Not all of it, just a portion of it.
Yeah.
So when it corrects again, because it tends to go up, correct, go up, correct, go up, correct. It's patterns, weekly pattern, monthly patterns. When you see things like that, this is the Elon Musk one.
Yeah.
This is
That's
the tweet.
it, right?
This was the China. Yeah. I mean, I was right here. I lost a Bitcoin right here as well on the leverage. So, but, going back to Elon Musk. So, something very interesting. And yeah, share this video with people who want to learn about cryptos, guys.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this more often. You know, we've been busy. I'm a real estate investor. I flip properties. I'm a broker.
Hey, for the next episode, I wanna tell you about real estate properties and NFTs. And
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
how we
So
can mix them.
So this guy Mickey, he's an NFT pro. He does basically. Tell him a little bit about the NFTs that you do, the projects you have coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to reveal too much, but
No, yeah, that's fine. Well, just a little. Yeah, so I'm coming out with my own NFT collection. It's gonna be some mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I have some tattoos, so it's gonna be shrooms.
But not the magic mushrooms.
Well, these are magic mushrooms.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because the utilities are crazy. So yeah, I'm coming out with them this year in a few months. But yeah, I love NFTs. I have about 50 NFTs now. So I want to talk to you guys about it, so you guys, get involved into NFTs. It's really interesting.
So right now the hottest thing is the NFTs and the metaverse, of course. We actually can even tell you, we might throw in a few gems. So if you guys ask for the next video, we'll actually add in a few coins. I do about 2 to 3 hours of research every day. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. Being in 5 years in crypto is an eternity. Pretty much it's like a lifetime, because this is also new. Everyone's still learning. If they say, oh, I'm a Bitcoin expert, this and that, they're lying to you, because nobody is. No. This is a new asset. And actually, you want to know a fact about Bitcoin? It's the fastest growing asset to reach $1 trillion. It beat Amazon, it beat Google, it beat like so many. And obviously gold has been around for 5,000 years, but again, we give the analogy that just because something's old, it's not going to be around forever.
Exactly.
Like, are you going to go to war with bows and arrows and rocks? No, right? You could use guns, sophisticated lasers, and fight. Yeah. So you would want to use the cutting edge technology. So why are you going to use sticks, stones, and old coins? You want to use Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the digital gold. It's the future. Thing. It's a new thing. But not only is new, it's perfect science. It's the perfect money. You know the word sound money? You want to know something interesting? Where the words, people hear, what's sound money? People associate sound money with real money. Well, sound money came from the sound that a coin would make when it would fall, because that's how they would say, oh, it's real. Because they would always manipulate coins and add other substances other than copper, gold, and silver. And I like gold and silver, but don't get me wrong, I think it's still a hedge against inflation. But I think that slowly but surely, Bitcoin can 5x from here. And why 5x? And this is my prediction. So we have a $41,000 Bitcoin today. and Plan B was predicting 100,000 Bitcoin at the end of the year, but he said he used a stock to flow method. He's one of the great guys, and another guy, Willy Woo, is another great analyst. Those are my two favorite analysts, by the way.
Yeah.
But they were predicting $100,000 Bitcoin, and it was easily going to hit 100,000. But COVID got in the way. The Fed's slowing it down. They're not purposely trying to slow down this. They're trying to slow down inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Which, man, I mean, I don't want to pay $10 for an orange either.
Exactly.
Or you fill up your gas tank. We all feel the pinch, and it's inflation. I mean, you can't print $5 trillion and not expect any
anything to
any
happen.
repercussions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was reading that the minimum wage should be about $60 for somebody to to be living good,
Sure.
to be able to
Okay.
just pretty much pay bills, eat.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all screwed.
Yeah. The life.
I just heard today that to live in San Francisco comfortably, you have to earn $300,000 a year. It's crazy. It's insane. Like seriously, like this economy right now is like, I think we're in a house of cards.
Yeah.
Any push either direction will blow the whole lid off it. So that's why it's important. Put money away. Put a fraction. Put $1. Just open a Bitcoin account. If you guys want, we'll put the links on Voyager, Coinbase, even Robinhood, even those bastards.
Yeah.
I mean, they're even trying. Their stock went down. I was so happy. Their stock went down from like 60 when they IPO to like, I think it's like $17.
Yeah. It was crazy. Remember?
But they don't even. You don't have private keys there. So that's another thing. People say, "Oh, I have Bitcoin on Robinhood." I'm like, well, you don't own it. It's on an exchange that
exactly.
You don't even have the keys. You can't. So like on any exchange, for example, like if you go, you have an address, is what I meant. So for example, here on BlockFi, if you want to send me Bitcoin, I could just give you my address. So I'll give you an example. Fund. Yeah. So here's my address, and you could send me Bitcoin, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't have that address if you're in Robinhood.
No.
So
the only way you can pay, let's say if you have a Robinhood, is if you have the card and you cash out. Right. Then the cash is in the card, and you can. It's still a MasterCard.
Right. Well, there's
Visa.
actually better cards. I think BlockFi offers a card with rewards. Voyager, Coinbase offers cards.
Crypto.com.
Yeah, everyone offers cards.
Yeah.
So there's really no need for you to store money in your bank anymore, other than for emergencies. But like you can use crypto wallets now, and when you spend, they give you rewards in Bitcoin, which is awesome. I heard a guy who paid for his wedding and like spent $8,000, and he got 3.5% back from BlockFi. It's not a commercial. I don't care. I mean, but it's like, hey, they give you some crypto back. You might as well, right? You might as well. So
right.
I think it's cool, man. It's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Totally.
So another thing. So every month, Voyager is paying me a percentage, 5.75 for my Bitcoin, and so is BlockFi. So they pay you in crypto for Cardano. They pay me, and for Polygon, I think they pay 12% on Voyager, if I'm not mistaken.
That's cool. Polygon.
And Polygon just came out with some cool NFT stuff. They're blowing up, man.
Yeah, and they are on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah, they're on the ERC20 Ethereum. Yeah. So Ethereum, if you know, it's number 2 to Bitcoin in market share, and I think it's got 1 million uses. Don't sleep on Ethereum. I mean, $3,000 Ethereum is a bargain.
Yeah, gas fees are crazy right now.
Gas fees are crazy right now.
They're working.
But I trust that Vitalik will come up with something soon to cut the gas fees, because hopefully, we gotta compete with Solana.
I was gonna buy a what's the name of the Bored Ape Yacht Club?
Oh, Bored Ape Yacht Club.
I was gonna buy one on Mint. So the price was like $400 for the NFT. And the gas fees were like $150,000. It was crazy. It was
insane.
Crazy. Yeah,
and that's why you see the Bored Ape Yacht Club selling for so expensive, because it's kind of like for, the elites.
Yeah.
Of people that own a lot of ether and crypto that got in early.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to be a whale. I mean, just get in and protect your family's wealth. I mean, get in crypto. We're giving you guys this information because we care about you. We don't
Also, the reason why we see all these drops when people get scared is because they invest money that they can't invest. They use rent money. They use
don't use your rent money.
Yeah,
for sure.
Remember, if you're trying to invest on crypto or not crypto but stocks, anything, it has to be money that you don't need.
So this is what I do. It's like, for example, exactly what Mickey said. So like if you, let's say, I don't know, you earn $5,000 that month, you got a good bonus and whatever. Just like put 20% of it away, 10%. Be strict on it. Live with less money, because we blow our money on stupid shit anyway, right?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Dumb shit.
See.
So I mean, you might as well get strict and save your money and watch it grow. Before you know it, you want to retire and it's actually compounding interest. So if you keep your money on an exchange, they pay you interest, and then you earn interest on top of interest, which is great. Like Warren Buffett, he actually earned like most of his earnings the last few years because of compounding interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So I mean, it's pretty crazy how the web page is using significant memory. Okay, it's just whatever. It's warning me about the memory.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. So compounding interest. Oh, and then crypto security. A lot of people worry. Well, what if I lose my keys? What if I this? So you get 12 a password phrase, and you can actually write that down, and you can store it in your wallet, and it's offline. You can't be hacked. The government can't take it from you or whatever. It's just offline, and you can just store it away. And even if you lose your cold storage, you can replace it, but you have your private keys. You could just memorize them. They'd have to kill you for that, but
hey, tell them the story about the guy that's trying to find his wallet, his digital wallet, in a whole city.
Oh, there's a guy from England who was a software engineer, and he lost 7,500 Bitcoin. He lost the hardware, the computer, and he's paying people like a big reward right now, and they're excavating in junkyards looking for this damn hardware.
Wow.
I don't know. What do you guys think? We should put a poll. Do you think he'll find it? Man, poor guy. I mean, this guy must not be able to sleep at night.
Where is it gonna be?
This guy, imagine, he bought Bitcoin when it was like $100, $50. He's got about 7,500 Bitcoin out there in the world, and he's got the private keys are gone.
Now what if it's broken?
Well, that's one theory. It could be damaged and it's gone. And the thing is that there was an old method where you kept it, and it was like a QRV code. They didn't have the 12 keys. So once you transfer it to a hardware wallet like I have, it's safe. You have your wallet, that's it.
Yeah.
If that thing gets damaged, you get another one. You order another one, they're $100.
Yeah.
Treasure or Nano, there's two popular ones. There's more, they're evolving.
Yeah.
Now even you can have, for example, if you cash out right now and you pay capital gains, because they treat crypto as a what is it, like a good, like it's like having property. If you sell a house and you get profit, you get capital gains. You sell stocks, capital gains. Crypto, same thing. But you can put it into in an IRA, like a self-directed IRA, and you pay up front for the sale, and you pay taxes now. If you think that Bitcoin will be like 200,000, $1 million down the road, which would be great, I think so. It'll be good to put a fraction of your Bitcoin, and you can also put Cardano in there, and you can trade within the IRA and not pay capital gains.
No, okay.
So you can move it to US Tether, sell Bitcoin, buy again, and you don't have to get triggered capital gains.
Yeah.
Because now also, like, let's say you sell some of your crypto, and you hodl. I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. I think it is if you're long term, but if you're gonna hold, for example, let's say Bitcoin hits 80 or 100, it might be wise to sell. Let's say you own 5 Bitcoin, you could sell 1 or 2, and then play off it. That if it goes down to 40 again or 50, which it can in the future, then you buy 2. So you end up owning 2 Bitcoin for 1, and all you did was wait. Mm-hmm. And how do you not trigger capital gains? You put it into a tether wallet or a stable coin, what they call it. Mm-hmm. Stable coins also pay interest on and they pay up to like 7%. On Femex, for example, here, on stable coins, I think it pays like 3% or something like that.
So stable coins are pretty much...
They're always about $1. It's a crypto coin tied to the US dollar.
Exactly. They move together.
Where it's very not volatile. It's the opposite of volatility. So they move together with the dollar. So it's always at $1 range. So like, let's say I felt like Bitcoin's going to go to 20. If I thought that, I could sell my crypto and not trigger a capital gain sale. And if it went to 20, if I own 5, now I own 10 when I buy back in at 20. Mm-hmm. Nobody times the market that perfect, but if you did, that'd be awesome, right?
Exactly.
But anyway.
Ideal.
Yeah, there's interesting stuff we're talking about. I mean,
yeah,
are you learning?
Cool.
You learning too?
Are you bored?
Yeah,
No?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But we need some beers or something.
Yeah,
you want
right?
a beer? Yeah.
Do
you have any?
Let me see. I got tequila for sure.
Oh my God. Yeah, like typical Mexican. He has tequila. So guys, I hope you guys are learning something. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. We want to do more of these. I know this is live, but we want to also record some where you can actually watch them again, which would have been a good idea. So, yeah. Say hi, Karen. They're watching. Oh, this is the camera. Oh, what did he say? About the camera?
You can turn off the pineapple.
Oh, let me see. I think it's. All right, so Mickey's back. Oh my God, he's got the tequila. He wasn't kidding, dude.
No.
Look at this. Wow.
Don Julio.
Let's do it. Yeah, actually, we have some people watching. This is our first one ever.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Thank
Congrats.
you, sir. Thank you. Even the cats are excited.
Yeah?
Look at them. Hey, dude. What's up? Did you learn something? Yeah, this is cool. Actually, smash up the like button. Send it to your friends. Right now, we're just going to stay live for a few more minutes. And then we also do them in Spanish.
Yeah.
He's got a channel, Crypteando TV.
Crypteando TV, yeah, follow me if you want to learn about this in Spanish. Yeah, I also want Henry to be on it in Spanish.
Yeah, if you have time, maybe we can do one, live one in Spanish. Mm-hmm. And then, but we should also record them so that people can play them back too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we do have people in the Facebook group that have been asking me. Sorry, I haven't had time. It's been super busy. Right now, the housing market's hot. We're flipping houses, so it's
yeah.
That's what we're doing, man.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, and if they have any ideas, let's do something. So
sure.
for the next one, we're gonna record it.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna edit it and upload it, right?
For sure.
So people can see.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how to do it this time, but
Yeah. And also in Spanish, we're gonna do the same thing in Spanish. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we promise to do those more often. But yeah, hopefully you guys are learning something. But
yeah,
I think we'll get more people to tune in once we save it, and because I think
I'm sure. Yeah.
some parts of the world are like it's late.
Yeah, and if they got any ideas for you or for us to, for you to talk about, write it down. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Any questions, we would be happy to answer those.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, you?
Yeah, no, I think we...
So, okay, what do you think it's gonna happen from here? From where we're at right
from
now?
Here? Well,
from the 41.
Well, I have a large bet that we're gonna go up. I think we can go up. If we break past 42.6. 42.6 is the resistance. We've been bouncing off around 42.100, 42 to 200. If we break past this, which the more chances that we go up, the more chances it's gonna go up.
Do you think?
I think right now we're forming a bullish divergence,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we can easily go up to 43. Then if we get past 43, we can end up at 52. I think this is where we're gonna end up. Well, no, actually, we have a lot of resistance here at 47.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we were bouncing off before all this happened.
Yeah, and it's been like that. It's been between the 40 something, almost 50.
Yeah, you see, we had a lot of sideways action right here. I mean, and this was when the market was still kind of normal. This was the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another big factor, Mickey, why we had a sell-off at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
People pay their taxes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that made a lot of money off Bitcoin that at the end of the year they pay their taxes.
So what do you think about it? So some people.
So remember, it was at 52,
Uh-huh.
and it went all the way down to about 47. This is normal action after the end of the year.
Yeah.
This is people paying their
'cause
taxes.
They need it, yeah.
Right.
They
You got people that maybe gained a lot of money on stocks and Bitcoin, especially like even now institutions are starting to get in. So they have to show their balance sheet. They got to show also profits.
Yeah.
So they sell the Bitcoin, and a lot or people just got to pay their taxes.
If they rebuy Bitcoin cheaper, can they avoid paying taxes for that? Yeah, right. If so, pretty much if you sell
If you sell
and
for
rebuy,
a loss, if you
yeah.
sell for a loss, then you don't pay taxes.
Mhm.
But if you sell and rebuy again, no, the new basis is gonna be based on what you bought it again in the future.
Mhm.
So then it's based on the second buy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So like for example, if I sold profits at 57,
Yeah. Mhm.
I pay taxes at that. What was my entry? Was it 40? Then I pay taxes based on what I earned, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
But then if I sold here and it was for a loss, then I don't pay taxes.
Mhm.
That can actually probably even be deducted.
Mhm.
And then if you buy in here, well then lucky for you, you bought in at a low
Yeah.
price.
Uh-huh.
You know, the thing is to get in low and sell high. So you want to earn. But I think that's no one could time the market perfectly, right?
Mhm.
If we all could, we'd be all rich.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Honestly, I think you should or on the next episode or
yes.
whenever you want, talk about compound interest
Oh yeah.
because that's huge. I mean,
For
if
sure.
people understand that, they can make a lot of money.
Yeah,
with
over
that.
the years, and it's something that it's something that you just
It's there and they don't know it's there. So yeah.
yeah, and it's like you just earn interest on top of interest, so it's great.
Yeah. So if you have $1,000 in the bank and you generate 20%, let's say, per year, then at the end of the year you're gonna have 1,200. So then the next year you're gonna earn interest based on those 1,200, not on the initial.
Yeah, and it's monthly.
Right,
For
yeah.
example, if you're earning interest monthly, like let's say on the stable coins, so if they pay you, let's say $50 extra, now you're earning interest on top of that $50 plus what you had, plus whatever a price accumulation.
Yep.
Right. So if Bitcoin's going up in price, for example.
Yep.
So I think it's great. I think we're pretty much stable now. I
Yeah,
mean,
it looks-
right now the bulls and bears are fighting at around. There's going to be a lot of resistance at that level, which is great because that's going to be a new level of support. In case we break up higher, it's going to just bounce back. We might see sideways consolidation and then the move up. I think that's what I'm predicting, Mickey. I think tomorrow we can end up like around
45.
43 right here at this level. So I think we can wake up tomorrow. That would be great. But
Imagine, yeah.
again,
Do you think it's gonna be, or it's gonna get closer to 100K?
yeah, I think
anytime soon, or
I
what?
think when the scare goes away from the feds, we might see
Yeah.
100K. I think the feds say that in March, the first quarter, after the first quarter, they're gonna raise the rate. So when that happens, we might see a little bounce back too. So it might be good to play that
Let's see.
since we already know.
Yeah.
at the end of March, maybe shorting it at that time
Yeah.
will be good.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Well, good. Do you want to do one in Spanish?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Let's do it
So-
in Spanish.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
How do we end again?
Go to OBS.
Yeah, you learned something?